Hello.
Hey friend, let me get my headset.
Period. Okay. Hit the activated. What's up, Kaufman? How you doing? Girl, listen. It's been a crazy few weeks for me. Like all this traveling, all this stopping and going. And Tyler is in there passed out right now because the boy is just tired. He's only home like 2 or 3 days a week before he's out the next weekend. I mean, it's like that. It's like that meme that's like club, bus, trailer, scene, another club, another club, another club. That's what he be doing.
Look, I know they one and the same. Them
Girl.
boys is one and the same.
But
Morning practice.
what I do love about it is that I'm not taking him to none of these places. He going with his church, okay? He going by himself. He catching these flights by himself, uh, for the most part, and getting turned away at TSA for having too many fluids. But taking flights,
For having what?
fluids, girl. Big old large soap, native soap. He want to take with him. A big old can of grease. He try to
Boy,
take.
you don't know how to travel.
I told him, I said, baby, read whatever the airline rules are. You got to determine, you got to find the rules. He's like, can you just do it for me? I said, no.
You're gonna have to do that on your own.
There's not like a one time. Like I'm gonna have to look up the rules, just like you gonna have to look up the rules. So you might as well just look up the rules. You got to research, bookie bag, girl. I got turned away so quick. Talking about, he was on FaceTime talking about, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. I got to get escorted out of the airport. I was like, bro, it's not even that
It's
serious.
not even that serious. Hey everybody.
Hey, everybody. It's like, it's not even that serious, bro. Like, so I was inside the airport already, like there to get his stuff, so he didn't have to throw it away. But I'm like, sir,
I remember the last time we traveled, he forgot he had a pocket knife on him and it was his favorite pocket knife. And who dropped us off had already dipped. he told he told one of the dudes like, dude, I will pay you just to hold it. And they couldn't do it. So he was upset. Hey everybody, thank y'all for joining.
thanks for joining. We got a lot to talk about. There's so much in reality TV that's been released. Girl, that Love and Marriage Huntsville, girl.
So you watched the episode?
Of course, girl, you know I had to before we got on here.
Then that's what we need to be discussing.
Okay. Okay, so let me be clear. When you text me this stuff, I be whoo, and I do not be thinking about like, I need to like we need to like write them down on a poster board so we can know. I need to get a whiteboard for this stuff.
Yes, it's really getting that. I'm like, oh my God, because I know what I'm doing over here, but having to know what you got going on over there so it can work is a full-time job itself.
Not including engagement. We appreciate y'all for stopping in. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for showing love.
Let me see. Let me pull this photo up. I can't hear you.
Oh, can't hear me.
Yeah.
I was like, if you're stopping in, just tap the screen before you leave and give us some love.
Yeah, we appreciate that.
Joycey Pooh. Anyway, but yeah, so yeah, we could talk about. I don't know if y'all know about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is like a show. Let's give y'all a little background before she dive into it. We're gonna give a little show about, give a little background about Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is a BLK reality show. Thank you, girl. Based out of Huntsville, Alabama, baby. And all of these crew originally started off, they're all like in the real estate kind of field. So they were all going to do some community projects to boost Black ownership in the community. But it all fell flat once the cheating and the scandals came in. The first season, it's all that went dead. I'm talking like now it's who's been cheating, who been cheating with the linebackers, who been cheating with the side chick, who got now the side chick is the main chick on the show, and they got another other friend of the show or kind of
Did
co.
you see that?
Oh,
Did you see that?
oh,
They when they dropped that picture, I said,
oh, what? This one in the so the original one of the original producers and characters of the show, Melody Holt, is no longer on this show as of this new season. She has been the main character because she is been the one that's been cheated on, been faithful, been dragged through the mud. She done came back like a phoenix at the end of the rainbow and doing amazing things. But everybody else on the cast is left on this show. And baby, the husband or the ex-husband done brought the side chick who he is now trying to call wifey or girlfriend at least. And they're trying to make her they're trying to make fetch happen with her. And I just don't know if it's gonna work. Because when has it ever been that the side chick became a favorite, a fan favorite?
I don't know about a fan favorite, but if we're gonna address it, Chris and Neil. Just because y'all been together for 35 years still don't change the fact that you went up there and stole somebody's husband, man.
Now said she didn't steal nobody's husband. Because you know what they like to say? And I don't know. I like to know what the chat thinks of this. Can you steal somebody's husband? Or is it that your husband was already looking so he couldn't be stolen? That's been an argument I've been hearing for weeks now. And I want to know, everybody, all y'all, what y'all think? What you think, friend? Come on now. Come on now.
If you're in a situation where you meet somebody and you don't know that that person is in a relationship and married, that's not your fault. Not your fault because that other person is not being truthful with you. But when you find out, and especially if y'all ain't that deep into it, because if he doing it to her, he gonna do it to you.
How you get him is how you lose him?
Yes. So, and a smart idea. First of all, I wanted to talk about, the new intro. Very interesting. I liked it.
Girl.
They did their very best to make sure she was not around. So let's talk about the title of this damn episode.
Okay.
NDAs and DNA. Okay, I see y'all got wordplay on the titles.
And I
So
love
we
it.
just about to be a chuckle. So, they come in and my girl show enough Wanda pull up. I love Miss Wanda. We need a Miss Wanda back because she brings the comedic, like you
Baby, she gonna
can.
clock that 10. She don't care where she is, who you are, or where you.
Everybody got an auntie like Wanda.
Come here, let me talk to you, baby. You cheating on my baby? Like in your face, straight in your face. Don't care.
Now, I have different perspectives on said situation. That's her mama. Ain't nobody gonna tell the parent of that child how to how to behave when they come to their child. That's
Right.
just what it is.
Yeah.
But Wanda know her daughter ain't gonna stick up for herself.
Yeah.
So she trying to do it for her.
Yeah.
Now, Wanda proceeds to confront Marceau about the interview that I can't say that girl name. I'm gonna have to keep calling her what they've been calling her. Coleslaw and Martell.
The messy side coleslaw.
Yes. Coleslaw and Martell did an interview with this this lady. I ain't gonna do her like that. This
The
lady,
linebacker. Said
this
linebacker
lady
of the
who
show.
said she has been with not only Marceau and his brother. And the way the conversation was going, you can't tell me Martell ain't entertained it either.
I'm talking, it was giving tag team back again.
Yes.
It was giving, baby, we all three going in this room.
So Miss Wanda say, what's going on? Is this, is this true? Do you know her?
Mm.
Girl, the way Marceau cha-cha slide around that question, I mean, he ain't getting no type of answer. She like, I want a yes or a no. He said, what was my response? She said nothing. He said, leave it at that. And she said, you know what? I know niggas like you. That's what she wanted to say. She said, I know people like you.
Mm-hmm.
You sitting up there playing these games and you don't realize the effect that it's having on your wife, your kids, and my family. And he just sitting there looking like a sad puppy dog. Nah.
Huh.
Did you catch what Tisha said in that confessional? Thank you guys for coming in. Hey Marley, hey baby.
Broke. Did I catch what Tisha said in her confessional?
Yes.
She said, I felt like that was probably one of her realest confessionals, but okay, maybe not. Okay, refresh my memory then, friend, because I thought it was a good. I didn't remember it being anything extra.
It was a lot of wordplay. For me, listening to her confession, it proves that she been knew that Marceau has been cheating on her.
Uh,
But as long as it does not get back to her, I don't care what nobody else say because it ain't in my face. I.e. these supposedly NDAs.
well, I mean, let's be honest.
I believe that to be true because how many times Martell said he got something on Marceau, the 20 women's and never and didn't bring not one up, and the one that he brung up so unbelievable it don't make any sense. So we gonna pause that there. The only time Tisha had a true reaction about any cheating rumors concerning Marceau was when that picture appeared online, and Miss Wanda knew that was his back.
The back, meaning the back of his back,
The back of his back.
sitting on a bed naked or half naked. The back of his back.
You remember that season when she pulled up on him and he was in the car and she questioned him? That was the first time Tisha ever did anything like that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Ms. Wanda said she gonna get to the bottom of it. And I'm here for all the comedic relief because she delivers it every time. And side note, her confessional, did you see her confessional look?
I didn't pay attention.
One, she looked like Kiki. But two, she ain't got that hard ass hair. She got a nice little bob going on, looking real good.
Okay, let me say this about Letitia and her mama. There is no use in all of this whole hoopla to happen if Tisha stay with this man and she truly believes she's been cheated on. And
100%
she
agree.
truly said she's going to leave once said cheating happens. Because let's be honest, you ain't left this man because you really appreciate having your family. And I don't honestly believe, I think with every situation, there's going to be pros and cons. So you just really got to pick what pros and what cons you're willing to deal with. I think for her, having her family together, having her son, because honestly, I don't think Tisha want to see what Marceau is like as a father once he starts not being in the house. I think
I,
so. I know he's a good father, and this is what she tried to reiterate in that confessional, or at some time through the new episode. She was like, no
mm-hmm.
matter what they say, like he really is a good father. He really be here for the kids.
I mean, that seems to be proven true based off this season's trailer with Kimmy's son, seeing
Yeah.
that he looked more to Marceau than he did his stepdaddy, which is Marceau's brother. So it could be some truth to that.
And I think there is, because I think Marcel really cares. Like he really wants a family. He wants his family a certain way because he wants his kids raised a certain way with
Yeah,
him
I can
as
agree with
leader of
that.
the household. And I respect that from Marcel. And he does a lot of checking other fathers and putting them in their place, allowing allowing other, him to stand up for what's right against other men, which a lot of men don't like to do. A lot of men don't like to keep other men accountable. So
That's one
excluding
thing
my boy
he
Marley.
does do.
Excluding my boy Marley. I got let's be clear. But
Oh yeah, he gonna hold somebody accountable.
you know what I'm
Everybody,
saying?
everything, including the mosquitoes.
You know what I'm saying? So like there's a lot of men that don't. So I appreciate Marcel for that. However, I think that if they just gonna have this dynamic where unless a girl, I mean, let's just say there is a receipt that comes out, it's going to be scrupulated. And Marceau at this point is way overly cautious. Nothing's going to slip through the cracks. Anything that does slip through the cracks, he's going to say is coincidental. It's not real evidence. It's coincidental. And he's not going to, and the way he dances around
True.
answering the questions that Letitia understands that he's dancing too, which because Letitia, his wife, is a very smart woman. She's very smart,
I think she accustomed to a certain
book smart.
lifestyle.
She's very book smart. Let me say that. 'Cause she's a dummy. She's a dummy in real life. She's a dummy in real life. I personally could not be Letitia.
No,
If I
no.
have a man, I don't care how much we got going on, what all I've promised and invested, or she made a promise that she would work from home until her kids were of age or whatever, and now she don't want to do that. Whatever agreement we came to, baby, you can kick that out the motherfucking door. Because as soon as I hear, it's a deal breaker for me. As soon as I hear you're outside on our marriage, 20 women, 30 women, any women like that coming to the forefront, coming to a podcast, baby girl, hey boy, I'm done. I don't even need you in my life. I'm gonna take these kids. We're gonna take half of this, and we're gonna dip out because Letitia
That
has
girl
learned.
would. I don't believe he cheated with that girl. That girl couldn't even get that man's name right. She kept merging his name and Martell's name together. Baby, you don't know. You spent the whole weekend with this man. You don't at least know his first name.
Yes, because they probably gave aliases. Hey, that's why Reese is called Reese. That's why Marceau is probably not called Marceau. I give. Let me tell
All
you
these
something. I
seasons.
give a ninja an alias
Look,
in a hot quick second,
you know I
especially.
got a love hate
And
relationship with Marcel.
he married though, so of course he would give an alias and not give out his real name. Like, what are we talking about?
Mm-mm. You're
Totally.
giving it. I think you're giving them too much.
I don't think
Look,
you're
look,
giving him
look,
enough.
look at
He's a
look
very
at
smart man.
look at Maurice Luther King. As smart as he is, he dumb as hell. Got a
That's because
DUI.
I believe
Coming
that
coming from somebody's
he
house
hasn't been
at
married.
12 noon.
He has not been married as long as Marceau has. He is newly married. He is new to this.
Nobody get sloppy.
He has not been married to and he does not care. Marceau cares.
Yeah, Maurice do not care.
Marceau really cares
I don't
about
think
his
he
family
care. I
dynamic.
think he care about what the image looks like.
Yes, he cares. Yes, you're right. Maurice cares about his image, and so he's not going to allow the image of him being a player, a professional player out here. He's not going to want that to ride because he knows what that looks like. Because it was his father, it was their father. However, they're doing exactly what their father did, which is cheat all the time and try to cover it up with lies and manipulation. I think Marceau is doing it and trying to not lie, but just manipulate. And I think
Mm-hmm.
Maurice is trying to do his version of not lying, but manipulating. Like they're both manipulative at the end of the day, and they're manipulating their wives. And when you see in the one of the first scenes with Kimmy and Reese, she
Girl,
talks about,
yes.
she asked him the question, did you have any of your little 304s sign an NDA? What was his answer, girl?
He said no. And she said, that's the wrong answer.
He said, I didn't have anybody sign NDAs.
Yeah, he did say that. But she said that's the wrong answer.
What's the right answer, y'all? Because I know what the right answer is. And it was funny because she didn't clarify what the right answer was because she didn't want to give
She did. She said
Oh,
the
yeah.
answer is I didn't have no side chicks. And he didn't say it because he know he would be lying.
And so I think if their wives look at who they really are underneath it all, which is their father, and I think there's help for Maurice. I think Maurice could seek a little therapy, and I think he could be straightened. I think Marceau is a lost hope. He's on his own mission. He's going to start the Church of Marceau, so men like him can follow after him, which will include people like the Passport Bros. They're gonna go on to the Marceau way
Oh Lord.
because that
I
they
did
want
not
is
like how
they want feeble, non-dominant women. That's what they want in their
I
house.
did not like how Marcel was interrogating his son. And side note, why can we please stop calling that young man monster?
I never
That's
liked the name.
never liked the name. When he appeared, when they let us know what his nickname was, he was already like 10, 11. It shouldn't have been, that shouldn't have been,
It's either have a
I
real
don't know.
name or have your fake name the whole time. If you're gonna give the real name, just go by the real name.
He probably okay with being called monster because he probably don't want nobody to know he a Maurice Jr.
I wouldn't want nobody to know. My daddy was Maurice. I'd be like, "That your daddy? Who? That light skin? Oh, I don't think I've seen him before.
He like, so what have you heard? What have you heard?
Ooh, we at 10K. Thank you, everybody. Thank
Thank you.
you, down.
He
20K.
like,
Here we come.
so what have you heard? What did they say anything after it got dismissed? Just because it got dismissed didn't mean that it didn't happen.
Right.
Buddy, you got pulled over. It was 12 noon and you was drunk.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what kind of technicalities took place where you were able to get the case dismissed, but that still don't negate the fact that you did what you did.
Mm-hmm.
So they want to try to put what his mistakes was on to push it onto the cat. Well, you know, you don't want to make no wrong decisions and hang with no wrong friends, and if they drinking and smoking like that, that's him. He the one got the DUI, not me. That's a
Mm-hmm.
conversation you need to be having with your husband.
Mm.
So yeah, I definitely did not like that at all. Then the next scene, here you go, meeting up with Destiny, Mr. Martell and Destiny. Nah, she meeting up with some lady, some broker or something like that, so she can discuss her e-commerce for Madani. I swear I wish I had that little soundbite we had from last season queued up on my phone because I would replay it because it's still the same. I don't want to, I don't want to
Hi,
necessarily.
Erica.
Hey, Erica, I don't want to necessarily on somebody's dream, but baby, you gotta let Madani go. It done went from a full scale to 8 shelves, from 8 shelves to e-commerce. Then when Martell meets you, you present him with a bag I thought was a gift. Turns out it was an order that he ordered months ago. So that sounds like your e-commerce ain't even on track.
E-commerce.
So that might be something you might need to look into and let go.
I think Destiny has a really bad habit of what's the word? Just making bad business decisions because she kind of dreams
Absolutely.
really, really big and she doesn't have the support to sustain the
Destiny is the girl in the green
sizing up,
dress.
scaling up of the. It's like she thinks in a large scale, and it's like, girl, you got to start early. And it would be smart to be friends with Stormy, But the fact that she just won't let her ego be nice to a woman who cares to share her business sense and ideas. You know what I mean? Stormy is I haven't seen her on here, but I know Stormy be going live on TikTok. And it made
Yeah.
so much that it made Melody go start going live on TikTok. Like as soon as that I started seeing Melody start going live on TikTok and start having more social media ads once that last reunion aired.
Mm-hmm.
After Stormy
Mm-hmm.
said, "Girl, I take over TikTok, baby. That's my lane. Like they love me over there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure they pay her well because she got product to sell in her TikTok shops. And the way I'm looking at all these creator programs, they TikTok love that because they want they cut. So at the end of the day, like Melody, Stormy came up with the formula, and Destiny should really think about following suit because Destiny, you know, somebody I really don't know how she be getting all these fine men either, but like apparently like Destiny got something that people like. You know what I'm saying? They'll watch
I
it.
mean, cause she not. I don't think she. I think Destiny is a misunderstood woman. But with her being misunderstood, it comes off as angry and aggressive, and don't nobody want to deal with that shit from no 40-year-old something woman.
Yeah.
So Q on the 5 men because she be getting. But the conversation that them two have while they at the brokerage office. First of all, you've been in the realtor business for over 19 years, and this is the first time we're hearing about it on this show. And you've been on this show how many seasons? Okay.
A lot.
It might not be a lie, but okay.
I know I said a lot. A lot of seasons. But
Oh yeah, I don't even know how many seasons she been on. But the conversation turns into what Martell got going on and who he with. And he ain't got nothing else to do.
no, the conversation turns into her correcting him on bringing that linebacker on his podcast.
Yeah. But
And so
before then they discussed the coleslaw, and you know, he had the nerve to say he gonna marry her.
he did say that.
And I was very surprised. They both some idiots, cause baby, if you would have called me a peasant talking to your therapist and it's live on TV, you better go through the course to get your visitation rights, cause I don't even want to see you. We gonna pick up at McDonald's.
He is in his phase where it's cheaper to keep her. He knows he'd be better off just sticking with the girl that he left his wife for. At least that he feels like it's all. He said exactly what he does when he responded to Destiny's answer. He said, "I was prompted to say these things because of my situation," and that's just it. Because he is a reactor, he is always prompted or provoked to say things in reaction. So right now, he is
That is
provoked.
very true.
He is provoked to say these things about coleslaw because at the end of the day, it's in his best interest to keep her happy and on the show because then he's got a storyline. Let's not forget these are people that do this for fame and fortune and not because they have high morals. That's the type of people we're dealing with. We're dealing with fame whores.
So when they were showing her picture on the episode, I was like,
That's the best picture they got.
one, and then two, okay, Carlos, you letting us know this is a new Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I'm curious to see how Martell's storyline unfolds.
I want to know why they didn't introduce her in the first episode. And if
Because I think nobody's gonna want to film with her. Only person I think that will be okay with filming with her is Destiny. We know Kristen L ain't gonna. We know Kristen L ain't gonna film with her.
that
We
fraud loyalty is beyond me. That fraud.
can we talk about how he gaslit her into an apology?
I think I deserve an apology.
I'm asking you. You're in my home, in my face, looking in my eyes. Did you set me up? Do you think that's something I'll do? Okay, I'm sorry. Get the get out of here. Get out of here, Neil. What's wrong with you? She might have had a couple of glasses of wine right before he sat down on the couch.
We all know Nelden had a couple glasses of wine, baby. I
Like
definitely didn't want to.
they proceed to discuss that Chris Jr. and what's the other son?
Duke. I don't know.
Lo- Lamar.
Luke? Was it Luke?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
The one Lance.
Lance, yeah.
So we find out that Chris Jr. and Lance both have kids.
Yeah.
So it seemed like the conversation was going in a way where they were speaking on how them becoming grandparents is, interfering with what they got going on as a couple. And I said, oh, that's interesting.
Is that what you got from that conversation?
Yeah. That is especially from Chris. He said, we missed a few date nights.
He did say that. I thought he was saying like
Create the date night at home. Order some takeout, Netflix and chill, bruh. That's what her profession is, taking care of children and watching children. You don't think she's gonna extend that to y'all children?
I think you got to put your husband first a little bit because them kids ain't their responsibility to just not to negate their marriage. It's not that much of a
And
responsibility.
I think that's the conversation needs to be had because he might have had one expectation while at work and coming home, and she might have had another expectation, and it wasn't discussed. Like, hey, so and so hit me up
Hmm.
about the kids. They want to know if I can look at them. Whatever the conversation is, it should have been had with her husband beforehand. But yeah, this season is going to be interesting.
See, me, I think it's reasonable for them to be like, listen, you can't come asking me last minute to watch
Absolutely.
when I got plans with my husband. I think
But
there
I
should
think
be
that's
a
the
sense of
thing.
that where she's
I don't
actually
think they
being
had.
clear
I don't think
to
they
her
might have
kids,
had
setting those
plans.
boundaries, giving those timelines, saying, hey, I need at least 3 days notice if you want me to watch these kids, because otherwise I got plans. I might get rescheduled with a 3 day notice. But if I got plans, I got plans. With my
But I don't think
husband.
it's that. I think because they haven't had this type of relationship before the kids came along with it.
Right. It was never just them.
Yeah, and they can pick up and go because all their kids is grown. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about that or whatever. But
Hmm.
when she started interjecting more with the help, he's so used to coming home. Hey, baby, put on something. We about to go out to dinner.
Hmm.
Baby, we can't do that because I told Lance and Chris I was gonna watch the baby. He ready to go down to the bar and get a couple of drinks. So I can see the dilemma there. But like you said, that's where the communication come in at. Y'all have to be speaking to one another. But it's obvious they don't
And setting
communicate well.
boundaries
They
again.
don't communicate well. Those two, you can tell by them trying to deflect what they got going on within themselves and within their home and projecting it on the other castmates, as we see in the trailer towards the end.
Yeah. I definitely believe that Mel has the hardest time communicating and open up. I think she just gets mad and angry and just tends to like go off because she's probably dealing with a lot of stuff underlying,
Mm-hmm.
especially with her mother passing and things like that, and her not really
Oh,
dealing
I
with
heard
that.
something about that.
But I really think at the end of the day, like it's definitely about Nell saying like, "Hey, I may need this time with my kids right now, with these grandkids, because I'm going through a little something." Because I think it's a little bit of that too. She
It
wants to be
could be.
around her babies, like and think about her mom and then get close to her kids because something happened to her mom and she want to be close to her babies like that. And I think it's a communication of the need of being next to those kids. And also the boundaries of saying, look, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays is for my husband. You know what I'm saying? Every other Thursday is for my husband. So no matter what y'all ask me, I'm not doing it. You know what I
Well,
mean? And that could be what it is.
Chris' daughter from his first marriage said that Nell and her mama didn't even get along. When she saw that they was using that for a storyline, she couldn't believe it. I said, "Oh, okay, that's interesting." And it seems that they do a lot of deflecting, so it very much could be true, very much. But anywho, I think the next scene was when Ken
Mm.
and Marquez, no,
Mm-hmm.
and Marquez get together and they have a conversation. And might I add, I must say, I fairly enjoyed seeing two black grown men having a civil conversation, with the end goal being them children.
Yes.
Now, Ken just wants Trish. I don't know what it is about her, but he wants her. So he's willing to go the extra mile to try to get
You say I
this.
don't know what it is about Tisha or what?
Yeah, I don't think she look nice. Like when she speaks, she don't open her mouth. Like she got a nasty ass disposition about herself. I'm not gonna necessarily say attitude, but a nasty ass disposition about herself. So I don't know what it is, but I also don't see that much of him to say if he got some issues with him as well. But how he visually comes across on my TV screen, he seems like a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
And the end goal is for them to have a
They not
healthy.
married. I thought about popping into his DMs.
Girl, stop it. Her big muscle bound ass will be trying to throw you across the pool.
She can try.
Anywho, they discuss, they meet up, I guess at some gym or something like that. They meet up, they have a conversation. It was pleasantries, exchange. It wasn't nothing volatile towards the situation. They seemed like they agreed on everything, and everything was copacetic until he met up with his girl and had this conversation with his girl about the conversation he had with her husband. Because I mean, let's be serious. They still married legally. So,
They put that in his name. They was like Letitia husband, Latricia husband. I'm like, oh.
but where's the lie? There's no lie. So yeah, the first thing she did to me was going to attack. It's a mother behind. Why he being so nice? He said he want to spend time with the kids, but he ain't spending time with the kids. Like I don't even think you're not even open up to the opportunity that this could be possible. So you shut me down every which way. And Ken has a different belief in that. But the pull that you got, he gonna go off your energy.
I don't know. When I saw the interaction between Clan and Marquez, I was also very much delighted to see that they were kind of communicating. The way Marquez reacted to him speaking about Trish, Ken just speaking upon Trish, like, oh, you're gonna have issues. Oh, you're gonna need patience. Oh, she's not gonna be. She doesn't trust you. Like he was trying to land blows very gently, but I could really tell it upset Marquez because
Yeah, cause he
really
like
what really happens is that Marquez really cares about that girl, and he really cares about what she thinks about him, and how she portrays that to their kids about what kind of father he is.
mm-hmm.
And I really think that he is right in that because I don't believe, like you said, she's not open to the idea of him really being in their circle, and she pretends to be. She pretends, oh,
I don't think she
I don't
pretend.
stop you from being. She'll say, I don't stop you from being around your kids. I don't da 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 da. No, but you give the man stank face every time he comes in and gives off a effort energy like, oh, I'm gonna try today. She come in like,
That's why I say she really believes what she's saying when she say, I don't not keep you away from no. But if every time I gotta be in your presence and we getting into it and you up in my face, rah 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 rah, I don't want to be around you.
hmm.
Cause I'm liable
Kids
to
got to
pop
come
you
in
in
and
your face.
intercede because her son had to come in and tell his dad to go to the car because they were getting
Mm-hmm.
into it so
Mm-hmm.
badly.
Mm-hmm. Now speaking of that scene, how you feel about that scene? Cause I know I feel a certain kind of way, and I just want to see how you felt about
I
that.
know that boy is probably near the age of 18, so I
Yeah,
imagine that he is mature and grown. But at the same time, that's terrible parenting because they should do better as far as getting along in front of the kid. No, the kid doesn't need to see you be at peace all the time and y'all can get into a disagreement, but to where the kid has to interfere in order for y'all to break
when the
that
kid got to
anger
become
stare,
the
like
parent,
the stare between those two people were so intense. It was like they were fighting each other with their eyes. Like
because
if
it's a tit for tat relationship. That's what
the
they
cameras
thrive
weren't
on.
there, they would probably be fighting. You
Most
know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like that's what it gave. And
And I wasn't even talking about between the kid turning into the parent versus Marquette. I was talking about the friend.
oh, how he walked in and the friend was like, "What's your problem?" And he was like, "The friend, like, who is you? I don't know, girl. What's your problem?"
I like how he gently read her.
Uh huh. How
First
long
of
you known
all,
her? Oh, okay.
you don't know me. You only know what she's been telling
Uh
you,
huh.
and you coming off with this hostile ass energy like I was fucking you. Why are you talking to me, man? And then she like in the confessional, he going back and forth with a lady. She started it with him. Excuse me?
Because she's going off the wife's energy, and the wife is bitter and angry. I'm not saying she's bitter because I don't think she's. I think she's bitter that he's not showing up for his kids, but I think she doesn't
I
realize she's the catalyst to that at this point.
I think she
Maybe
bitter,
not
and
before.
she bitter of a few things. She bitter that he wasn't there for her when her sister and her parents passed. She
Uh
bitter
huh.
because he up and got weak and decided to leave her with two children and move to
Uh.
Atlanta. She's bitter because you sitting up here talking about you want to have a relationship with your children, but you didn't move back to Huntsville and we didn't even know it. She's bitter because you trying to sit up here and have a relationship with my man, making him look at me like I'm crazy and I know the real you. I'll
Uh
be
huh.
bitter too. I don't want to deal with you. And I think that's something
Yeah.
that we might have to respect about her boundary when it comes to that man. She got so much animosity towards him that him being in her space instantly triggers her. And right now she don't have the capacity to be able to deal with that. And I think Ken might understand that and want to be that safe place for her. But Ken kind of strikes me as I'm a butter love you up, and when mad day come, I'm gonna throw them darts so bad at you that you ain't even gonna want to come back. And I say that based off the final episode of last season when they got into it and he was calling her broke and saying how much he did for her kids and the cars he paid for
In his
and
fairness,
this
he
and
said
that.
he didn't do nothing.
Huh?
In his fairness, like she was saying, "Oh, you ain't do nothing. Oh, you did all that. I get somebody else to do that." Like in his fairness, she was like denying that he ever needed her help. I mean, you can't just sit and lie like that, bitch. And I've been taking care of you and your kids this whole
That's
entire
not a
time.
conversation for this TV screen,
That's not
especially if y'all coming back next season as a happy couple.
heavy on the un that's hidden in that sentence, but not on screen. So I will say when it comes to them two, what I predict is going to happen is they're not going to be able. to be together because,
Yeah.
for one, they're letting TV and people into their relationship, which is their biggest problem. And for two, she's just really, I think he sees that hurt and pain in her. I think everything you said is 100% accurate. And for as far as retrospectively looking back, I definitely think that's what the case has been. But going forward, when he sees him trying, but she's not trying, and when the kids really need it, and he's like, "Bitch, I need you to be a bigger person right now." Get and because what that's what the thing is, she needs to. Those triggers are her triggers alone. You stayed with this man while you knew he didn't have an emotionally enough stability to support you, and unfortunately that happened, and he left you abandoned emotionally, and it was entirely wrong of him to do that. But you cannot be bitter and take that out on him now. I know you may feel like he's just trying for TV. I get it. You don't believe it. You believe it's all cap. I get it. But you are doing a disservice to your children by holding on to that anger. And I was talking to somebody earlier today in the live just before we hopped on here, and we was talking about nobody ever steps up for the dad. Nobody ever stands up for the dads. Like coming from the dad's perspective, you know what I'm saying? Uh, people need to be more considerate. Like he's trying, he's in there, he's doing what he's supposed to do. So I want to understand that objectivity and say, yes, if let's just pretend he is being genuine in Marquez and what he's doing and trying to be
Mm-hmm.
the baby daddy that stepped up. She's got to let go of that anger for the sake of the kids, just like he's got to let go of the love he's got for her because she don't want him no more. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's the
I
same.
think what
It's
happened
the
was
same
he
belief.
thought he was gonna be able to leave and take some time and get some space, and he realized the grass wasn't greener on the other side. And when he wanted to come back, but she was
Miss
already
Mamas.
entertained. Miss Mamas, giving you the real tea, call them Miss Mamas. That is so funny. And he low key got a crush on him. It is so hilarious seeing that. But anyhow,
Thought I thought I
he thought the grass
We'll
was
check out our
greener on
YouTube
the,
channel if
he
you
thought
want to
the
know what that
grass was
means.
greener on the other side, and it wasn't. And when he came back, it was too late. And you just got to deal with that. And then he keep on pressing the issue, like going through the trailer. He keep pressing the issue about the paperwork and the judge. They said this. You not doing your due diligence, buddy. Neither one of y'all want to really let this thing go. You don't want to let it go because you in love with her. She don't want to let it go because then she gonna have to really tell Ken she don't want to get married right now.
No, because I believe what they didn't talk about, which was on that divorce court paper, is that what are the details that the kids were assigned to? Because in most default, it was probably the mother gets sole custody of the kids. So in order for him to get the custody that he wants, and he does not want to pay child support because he's over there asking for money. So he's probably contesting it to get 50-50 custody, which any dad would typically do. Like I'm not just going to sign over all my parent rights and time, which I think is also very stupid because at the end of the day, if the kids want to spend time with you, baby, I don't think y'all are they at the age to hold them back. You know what I'm saying? I definitely
Mm-hmm.
think those child agreements are for the parents that don't allow their children to make mature decisions and raise them to be strong, independent kids. I think those are for those types of children. I think when you have mature children who are old enough to decide what parent they want to go hang out with, and they can communicate, "Hey, Dad, we're gonna go out to the movies next weekend. Let's do it." Then that should be the default, not a court order. So I definitely agree. I don't know what their agreement has been up till now. It's given very much. He's been able to come by whenever. He just hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think if I was a father, I wouldn't want to go into the court saying like, okay, yes, I haven't been there, but I don't want that to be the course that's set, the court order that's set in place going forward. I want that to change. I want 50-50 custody of my kids. So if I don't have to pay nobody nothing, she don't got to pay me nothing, and we can just take care of these kids together. So I think contesting it was a smart thing. It does make it seem like he's dragging it out, and maybe in a sense he is a little bit, but I also think he's not trying to get pushed over in the court situation.
Yeah, I agree. The end goal is for y'all to get a divorce. The son is grown, so you can have your own relationship with him outside of
Yeah.
this. He's, he's over the age of 18 or 18, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So, you can have your own relationship with him. Now, I think because Ken want to be married to her so bad that he's willing to facilitate what Marquez will want if he really is going to take it serious. Now, from her standpoint, she don't believe he's going to take it serious because of what he's previously done, and I can't get mad at her for thinking that or
Yeah.
having that consensus because in her mind, she's probably turning into Mama Bear and protecting her cub.
Yep.
So it need a lot of communication need to be happening, and I really think that if she is going to continue to be with Ken, Ken is going to have to be that communication.
Hold on. Yep. I'm here. I'm just gonna take my camera off.
Okay. You can you still talk? I
Yeah.
guess. Oh, that looks so weird. It just paused on whatever picture you had it on. Anywho, but yeah. So what the last scene was Miss Mamas and the friend Sharon getting into it. Overall,
You
what would
said
you
Miss
rate?
Mamas.
Look, and I gotta quit listening to T because he gonna have me calling that man Miss Mamas the whole time, and I don't want to disrespect him for real. So Marquez, the episode ended with the Marquez and Sharon getting into it and everything. What did you think of the first episode? The episode as the season premiere. What did you think about that?
Great teaser.
Yes,
Great
absolutely.
teaser. Honestly, I'm starting to feel like that was probably the highlight of the season.
The first episode?
Yeah, because in reality, I don't care what happens between Nell and Destiny and that whole love situation. Because Destiny has a right to date whoever she wants to. Nell's trying to make it a personal thing. I don't care about them.
Yeah, I
The
don't.
whole scenario with Maurice and Kimmy, they're not going to publicly expose their relationship, so it's just going to be a season of teasing. Well, what did you think? And she's going to be questioning him, and maybe his answers will come back and bite him
You
in the butt in
you
the
know what?
end, but there's not going to be much else outside of that.
I wrote down
As far as Marcel
something.
goes, Marcel and Keisha, I think they're just going to slowly drift apart, and it's going to be more, like you said, the show is just like the cover of the book. It's to get you intrigued. Everything really happens once you open that book and get behind the scenes of what's happening. I think as
Mm-hmm.
far as the show goes, it's not. It's going to be very media trained, very keep it professional. Don't disclose too much. Have a little bit of drama, a little bit of fake drama. Because I also saw Carlos King's episode where they released the preview of Love and Hip Hop Marriage, and I saw Kimmy and Letitia on there,
Oh, okay.
and
I
their
didn't watch it, but I know what you're talking
and
about.
it was just fake acting energy, and I was
Well,
like,
I mean, he gives off you know how I feel about CK. He give off that same energy. Everybody is his sister girl, and he loves everybody and hoop the hoop the
well, he
hoop.
called Kimmy
So,
the main girl on like Love. He like my real queens of Love and Hip. I was like, oh, I'm sick of him. Like, so just seeing how Melody, how Kimmy and Letitia was just faking for the storyline. It was giving like Real Housewives. Like they're just engaging in things strictly for the storyline. They're teasing things strictly for the storyline. It's like Carlos came back and said, "Okay, we're gonna do this season a little bit more housewivesy. You got to have a storyline, and
I
you just
mean, that
follow
is
that
his
shit."
blueprint.
It
That
is,
is his blueprint.
and I think for the change with Melody not being there, I think that's gonna be his formula for the show, which is not gonna. It's gonna give like everybody trying to keep up with their storyline, and if the storyline gets away from them, it's gonna be a wash.
Well, I mean, they say 10 seasons, but I think it's really 6. But anywho, that's
They
just
got
me.
half seasons.
What the fuck is half seasons? Anywho, that's like the people feel in the NBA a championship in a bubble.
Huh?
Exactly. So I think
But your thoughts, yeah.
I think because this is the new chapter, the way he's formatting it is more on the upper scale, I would say. Like it seemed like initially first season, it was kind of like boots off the ground. Now he 10 seasons in and he into this, so he know how to maneuver around really, really well. They been not keeping up with their storylines. I wrote in my notes that Kimmy and Maurice is the oldest one out of the two brothers,
Mm-hmm.
need to take a page out of Marcel and Tisha's book if they gon' you know keep on playing these games.
With their wives, yeah.
Cause I don't care if we really want to like it or not, or how we feel about Marcel. One thing I can say about him is that when it come to him and his wife, they gonna be a united front when it come to their cheating stuff. Period. Tisha ain't admitting or saying yes or saying no. I think she knows. I'm pretty sure she knows that he most definitely is. But like I said, if it ain't directly coming to me, you ain't got no proof in hand, baby. Y'all can say what y'all want to say because me and him said ain't no cheating.
Mm.
Unlike Maurice and Kimmy. So do you know? So did you sleep with the linebacker?
I did.
I didn't. I don't know anybody. You're lying. You sound like a liar. You sound like a drunk liar. Like, and Kimmy not dumb. Kimmy is very smart.
Mm-hmm.
She know your man getting put over for a DUI at 12 noon, and he wasn't coming from the bar or home. And when you woke up to go to work in the morning, he wasn't there.
Baby, where you at? Reese. You know she searched that whole house. Reese?
Baby,
Reese?
I wake up to go to work, and mine went in the bed. Where you at? I heard him. He out here. He ain't realize time got away. It's a weekend. He ain't got to be to work.
Mm-hmm.
I see when you get home. I'm leaving out. But at 3 something in the morning, mine went to the crib. On live, but at the crib. Your man didn't come home after y'all left the function. After y'all left the function, your man didn't come home, and then he got pulled over at 12 noon, drunk. Explain it. You couldn't. You didn't explain it. You just said it got dismissed. So that should make it go away in our brains. Which I can't speak for everybody else but me. No, just because it was dismissed
Outplay.
doesn't mean that you didn't do it. Y'all teeter totter around the whole. Y'all cha cha slide around the whole question during the reunion. We ain't gonna get no real answers from y'all. But like Kimmy said, you coming to talking to Nell, you come to me talking about you think we know our man cheating and we ain't saying it, we ain't being transparent. Why would they be transparent with you, Nell, and you can't be transparent with them?
With yourself.
With yourself.
Trying to figure it out, y'all.
So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of tit for tat going on. I'm gonna enjoy every scene that Miss Wanda, show enough Wanda is gonna appear on because I love to cackle. That lady is funny, and when she's speaking the truth, she's speaking the truth. You may not like her delivery, but when she's speaking the truth, she's speaking the truth. And when it comes to Marcel, she be getting that ass. So yeah, I'm here
Every.
for it. I'm here for it. So I would rate this episode. I would give this episode a solid 8. It,
Okay.
it picked up some of the issues that was left off from last season, and then it gave you something to talk about to look for. Like this episode making me want to watch episode 2. Now episode 2 might not do that for me, and then I might be like, you know what, I ain't got time for this shit. You know me, I'll drop a show real quick.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You just tickled yourself.
yes, because I will drop a show like, man, I ain't got time for this shit. I'm not about to sit up here. I watch too many shows to be invested in a show that ain't gonna give me that.
Period.
And that's almost where I'm at with Love and Hip Hop, because it's so repetitive. Marlon had said something about it being brain rot. And I didn't look at it like that, but yeah, especially when it come to my bad. When it come to 3 earrings and prune sheeta, yes. So I might just be catching my favorite content creators' reviews on it and give them my view instead of giving Love and Hip Hop my view.
Girl, you said the same thing about what's that other show that you said?
Real Housewives of Atlanta? Yes.
Indeed.
And I just recently heard on the YouTube streets that they start filming next month for season 17, and it's the same cast. So I probably won't be watching season 17. Like, I don't want to see Kelly. I don't want to see, as much as I like Angela, I don't want to see Angela. If Drew's storyline is going to be this divorce still, I don't want to see Drew. You know, I don't care for Phaedra. I really don't care for Phaedra. And I really don't care for Portia. So I don't have nobody to look forward to watching. So, yeah, I might be tapping out officially. But we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I wouldn't believe, take it with a grain of salt, y'all.
I would like to know who they would add to the cast though. I want to see like some fresh and new
Faces.
faces. Well, they're gonna be poked and prodded, but
Let me
what
fresh,
I
fresh
mean, like
name.
give us some new ladies, some hot up and coming ladies, some hot socialites there in Atlanta that
I feel like
ain't
it's pretty
crossing
women.
between Married to Medicine, Roa, and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Like
I feel
give
like
us some new ladies.
we keep seeing all these shows, all these love shows in Atlanta and stuff. I feel like these same people could probably be on this reality show for real. We got playing.
Mm-hmm.
So make it happen because I've seen there's just too many reality shows, and a lot of them are based out of Atlanta, and a lot of them are successful women. So it's like, what does it really take to be a housewife, y'all? Like, I want to know the criteria. I
Yes.
really don't feel like. I mean, I feel
You
like
know what? That should be the question that we pose
give Atlanta.
for the chat. What do we think? What do you think the criteria of a housewife is? Because when you was like, she was the epitome of Brit was the epitome of what a housewife was, and I was like, what you looking at?
Yeah,
Because what I think is a housewife, and it's going back to the initial what housewives was built off of. They had class, they had the fashion, they had the looks, they had the money, and they really had it. Not no cosplaying like Brit. They really had it. So that would be my criteria of, who popping up at the parties with the latest fashion, and who giving the most extravagant parties, and who is driving, the top tier cars. Like that would be the criteria. But when we look at it, the ladies that they do present that.
I beg to differ. I, I think otherwise. I think Brit could have been classy had, but she could still self sabotage and be classy. She can still be snooty and be exude a little exude. I won't is a strong word, but I'll say give classy. 'Cause I don't think she's
I
that
was
classy
just
in
saying
reality, but I do think she deserves to be on there. Go ahead.
on Housewives. I don't think so. I think she really go on hip hops because even though she came with like this whole season, like she came across like she had it like that, like she, uh, what was that? The last episode we see her getting on a jet.
Yeah,
You know, you got when you went car shopping, you was trying to purchase this very expensive car.
she just did what she saw in the music videos that she was in.
But and that's what I'm getting at.
Her life was
You
giving her
never purchased a car. You probably rented the jet, and
definitely rented a jet.
it appears you don't really have that money because you owe your country club $10,000.
$10,000 is not a lot if you got money.
That's the point. She don't.
I
If
don't
she
know.
did,
I don't know her business. I don't know
I
what
feel
her
like if
man
she
does.
did,
Her man
I
should have that. I don't know.
I feel like if she did that whole little segment within Roa with the whole donation thing, wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, I think it.
When you got money, you don't need a reference point on what to donate when you hear is it a country?
Well, since
Whatever it
we're
is,
getting on Real Housewives of Atlanta, I'm gonna ask what's y'all bitches giving so I can know.
at least $1,000.
Well, yeah, for sure, but I would think 10. You know what I'm saying? But
I wouldn't think 10, but I $2,500. I think that is decent for a housewife to come
yeah,
up
yeah,
off
yeah,
of.
even that.
On top of them, delivering toiletries and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we saw what you pulled up on the episode with,
Yeah, that's what I'm
but you
saying.
got it like that.
So, well, you know what?
You
I'll put it this way: they give scammers. So I think while
yes.
they got it like that, they really don't got it like that, but they got it like that. Like they probably trying to find a way to come up with the money to pay the country club because the country club don't take that
They
bullshit.
might got the capital, but don't got the liquid.
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying about them. Like they got it, but they really like they're like scammers. You just get by off the money that you get, and when you get back into the scam, you get back into the money. I mean, let's be honest, insurance is nothing but a scam.
Yeah, we know.
So, you know what I'm saying? Let's be honest here, especially these medical insurance rates. So, at the end of the day, like they give A1 scammers in Atlanta, and they just gave like, so I felt like she could have had it too. She could have cashed in a purse and showed up with like $1,000, or she could have had $1,000 in her bank account to pay. I definitely think that. I think she, I think they wanted to call Britt Edie out on something, and so they gave it that, and she was like, I tried, but if it's not enough, then whatever. Because I don't think showing up with a bare naked box, was definitely the way to show up donating either. But I
Yeah.
also think she doesn't normally give to people. I don't think she's a giver. She
Which
just like a
is
take
why I'm
as a
saying, like, I didn't feel like she was housewife material because when you're a housewife material, you know and understand these things. Look at the ladies over there in Beverly Hills and Orange County and New York and Potomac. These ladies understand. So, yeah.
she's new money to me. Brit is new Atlanta money. Brit is what all these girls really, really look like in Atlanta with
So
their bodies,
basically,
with
that
their
is
form.
a delusional BBL having wig wearing 30 something year old. Okay.
Her words, not mine, but it's definitely not accurate. Okay, so I definitely think that I'm not saying that's all women. I definitely think there's
Yeah.
women of creed and actual quality in Atlanta as well.
Yeah,
I
I
just don't think
totally
there
agree.
any of them are going to be on Housewives. So
That's what I'm saying. I think because that is BLK's franchise, like what we get delivered on Atlanta is not what we get delivered on Beverly Hills or Orange County.
mhm.
And I would like to see some new faces with some new embraces so that we can kind of turn it around.
Because if it's just a bunch of old women starting mess, I'd rather not watch. I might as well watch Basketball Wives.
Oh, I'm only about to check this episode out to
Miss,
see
I'm
if
not gonna watch Basketball Wives.
if
I'm gonna
Jack, because
review
I
it.
haven't. I've been keeping up. I've been all my information I've been getting from BBW is from my favorite content creators that I watch on YouTube and the clips that I come across on IG.
That's
Now,
her version of watching it, ma'am.
now I'm actually gonna watch this episode. I'm gonna give this one a view
Okay.
because I want to see if Jackie put hands on this girl.
Okay.
And I don't think I'm gonna be mad at it based off the consensus I already had.
Okay.
But yeah, this is gonna be interesting. But anywho, y'all, we jumped off into Real Housewives of Atlanta. See, when we be talking, we just be talking. But we wrapping up this Love and Marriage Huntsville. I will give the first episode an 8. I am I'm pleasantly surprised at the transition without having Big Mama a part of the a part of
I never
the
call Melody Big Mama ever in my life. Ever in my life.
look, that's what her millimeters think. They call her she is the Big Mama Queen.
Yeah,
But you know
I would call her mother before I call her Big Mama.
I wouldn't call her mother. But yeah, I was when she decided to leave, I was cool with that. She got what she needed from the show, the platform she needed from the show. And because she don't want to be in his space, I was definitely for her deciding to exit. She wasn't gaining anything
Yeah, she
from
was.
it. So to protect your peace, I'm all for that. Glad she gone. I hope that the YouTube sector don't start tripping and doing what they do like they did last season because it was bug wild. But the transition into a new era, LAMH, started off good for me. So I'm definitely interested to see how the rest of the season progress. Because I'm ready to pick apart they fallen storylines.
For me, I think if I had to rate it, I'm gonna give it a. It's like a 6 or an 8, so maybe a 7 to be fair,
I
because
can give it that.
I really think it was teasing a bunch of BS that's about to happen. I think one of the more interesting stories that everybody should be getting onto is Tish, Marquez, and Ken. I think that is where this. I think that girl should have been in that front chair right there. I think she would have been the star of the show, the season, and then that would have made her
Because it's
be able to watch
authentic.
it and be able to like really engage because that is a real
Hey,
situation
China.
that they're really not being transparent about. And I think there should be more light exposed on the dynamics. Also, I am a co-parenting like advocate, but I definitely think that like that co-parenting journey should be put have some light shed on it because there should be a lot of can you point to them? And I think that's him up top.
Cool. Okay, so Trish is the lady in the blue pantsuit standing in between the two guys in the
Her.
blue. I can't, it wouldn't point. Oh,
Um,
right there.
yeah.
And then Ken is that guy in the blue, in the navy blue.
Hey, China.
Hey, China, you wanted to come up?
Yes. And so I think what's going to happen is that as far as the season goes, I give it a 7 because I really think those
The
two,
season or the episode?
the episode,
No.
I give, that's what we're rating, right? The episode?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, I give it a 7 because it's teasing, a bunch of BS that I don't care to see. I think the story between them two is the main one, and the story between Marceau and Wanda, particularly,
Yes.
is going to
Yes.
be where the story
You
lies.
said it. You hit it dead on the nose. Marceau
So,
and Wanda.
because those are where that's where the tea lies, and I really do. Thank you, Kenny.
I
Yes,
saw that too, Kenny.
R.I.P. Yes,
I was like, oh my God, not Theo.
yeah. I blame you. That is don't. that's getting unalive every day. We gotta pray for the
They
family.
said it was an accidental drowning.
Ooh,
Yeah, which the I don't
how does that
understand.
happen?
Yeah, I I
That
was talking to Marlon about that. I'm like, the last time that was presented, it was, what's his name? Matthew Perry. Well, thank you, China. Hey,
Hey,
China.
Sean.
She said
Uh,
China Shine.
yep. Yeah, it was unfortunate that Malcolm Jamal Warner. But yeah, so I definitely think I'll just wrap this up real quick. I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to the rest of the season for Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I really think that Kimmy's just the face of it, so they can kind of deflect that story is not on the other two couples. I don't think they wanted to pay Letitia probably what she was going to be worth, and I think
Yeah.
Marco and them were not up for being the primary characters on the show. So I think they settled for Kimmy, and really next season is probably going to be Tisha or Destiny in that seat if Destiny can ever come up with a storyline that's juicier than who she's all these
I
lanes
don't.
that she's getting with that clearly just want to be on a TV show.
I don't think she needs to have a juicy storyline. I just think she needs to be authentic. I think she needs to be herself. She does not come off. That's somebody that doesn't come off as transparent. We don't know anything about her for real. She was married. She got a baby. That's it. That's all
Well,
we
she
know.
keeps coming back at every season with a new storyline. Oh, I got divorced and I never expressed I had marital issues. Oh, I got a new. Oh, I launched a new hairline and all these different items of sale and stores and stuff, but I never really sold anything. Like it keeps just being like an inconsistent storyline. Oh, and now I was on welfare because I was like, "What? You're on a TV show, but you're on welfare, girl? What is going on here?"
So
Like,
it begs the question: how much you getting paid, girl? Because is it, if it's not enough to sustain something comfortable, you shouldn't be giving your energy to this.
why are we here for the fame, girl? We're dealing with people that'll do it for the fame and not because they have morals. I think Destiny thinks she finna get on here and get some NBA player or get some NFL
You
baller.
have to be in the rooms with.
She's not gonna be in the rooms because she got a bad
Exactly.
attitude. The only time I see the real Destiny is when she get mad. That's the only time I see the real Destiny, and I do not like that girl in particular because she doesn't really explain how she's feeling to the point that she gets mad. So it feels like the anger be coming from nowhere, or she just be ready to pop off. But it's like, girl, you don't express that your buttons been getting pushed, and when you do express it, you ready to snap on somebody. And sometimes, especially when you're on TV, you got to do it with a little bit more structure, a little bit more being a little bit more in touch with your emotions so that you can just get your point across a little bit more clearly and you don't look like the crazy side chick that don't nobody want to date. If you want to be in them circles with these NFL players and with these ballers, you know what I'm saying? They are going for the YT girls that don't bring no drama. And baby, all you do is bring
Shit.
drama on this TV.
They don't bring drama, they bring unalive. That's what they ass be bringing. Stay away.
Just say no to the YT, y'all. See your
But
message.
yeah, that is our review and recap of Love and Marriage season 10, episode 1. I gotta keep doing that season because that half season is not, don't deal with me.
Girl, this I ain't never seen a season that said, okay, we're gonna release half the season now and then half the season later. And then I think they initially did that to kind of like draw in more of an audience to have cliffhangers, but then it set them behind on set schedule. And
Hmm.
then it all the drama started unfolding behind the scenes, which I think is why Carlos King now has the podcast and the YouTube so he can catch all that in those moments, which also expands his horizons and his reach in the industry. So I honestly think he's structuring it like this purposefully. Not only
I
to have
definitely
the
agree.
RHOA structure of carry your storyline and try to maintain it, but also of like if y'all gonna hide things behind paywalls and y'all gonna structure things to where you know what I'm saying, and like you said, reveal more in People Magazine that you gonna reveal on the show Portia, then in those cases, you got to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Like have a better storyline. You got to have like your hands in all the areas so you can get the money everywhere. If they selling it on People, then baby, you better have a podcast. You better have, he's got Carlos King got the Carlos King after show on TV. He got his podcast. He's got I want to say something else online. Like if
He
you
got he got his TV, his Monday night thing on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's got an after show for Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Like he's got his hand in like to catch every little bit of detail. So, like if you're gonna have that type of blueprint and out and set up the business plan, then I guess you got to be able to reach everything because you want to be able to get the tea from everybody. I would think.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know. Carlos King is doing a whole new different business structure plan based on social media. And I love that he's dominating in what he's doing, even though he is messy Carlos King. I think you got to be a little bit to be successful in these jobs.
That's what it seems to appear. So, yeah. But those were our thoughts on the first episode. They will be back on Saturday. We probably will be running that one late because I am going on vacation Thursday, and I will not be back till Tuesday. And I probably will not be on TikTok.
You never know. You might can listen in.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like listening, but actually going live and stuff, probably I probably won't. Be too busy. Got to see all my family back at home. Then we back for class reunion. So yeah,
It's going to be a time will be had. Okay.
yes,
Are you
I'm excited.
excited?
Yeah,
Yay. Are the kids excited?
yeah, most definitely. Especially when baby girl she graduated. His parents were supposed to come down, and then his dad had to have emergency surgery, so they
Mhm.
missed their flight.
I remember.
So they were really disappointed with them not coming. So
Yeah. Now we get to make all that time up back home.
got 5 whole days to do it. You better figure it out.
Girl, you better come back. Are you gonna have a day off before you come back to get you some rest?
So that's what I'm about to iron out now because I was coming flying back in around 8 on Tuesday. I'll be have to be to work at 4, but I'm like I'll come in at 6. But I'm just go ahead and tell her put me back on the schedule on Thursday.
There you
Cause
go.
I need a day.
For
I'm gonna
sure.
need a day. Either put me on the schedule on Thursday or expect a call off.
Pick one. No, for real. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
yeah, you can have things together, and you got a good team, so they'll think y'all be okay.
yep, yep.
Happy for you, but
But
I'm
yeah,
excited to see you go. I'm excited. I hope you have safe travels.
most definitely.
You deserve to have a great time, and your kids gonna be with the family, so you could
They're
just
gonna
do
have a bar.
whatever you want to do. Slide that.
Yep.
They not gonna pay you no mind, and you not gonna pay them no
And
mind.
that's how it be. The first 3 days, I know where you at.
Y'all get on
Nah.
Life 360 too.
Yeah, we already got it.
Okay, okay, okay. But yeah, all right, girl.
Yeah.
It was good talking to you. We got to 15K. Thank you, room, for
Whoop
that. Thank
whoop.
you,
I think that's
thing.
the highest it's ever been me being online.
I don't know. You've gotten pretty high, but if it hasn't, then I definitely think it's one of our highest for
Yeah.
sure. Cause
Hopefully we can get some more people in here and engage because who don't like to talk crap about reality TV? And it don't necessarily got to be about reality TV. It's just the scenarios you can discuss because what Trish and Ken is going through, there's a lot of people out here going through that. So yeah.
and those are great topics to take to your own lives that you can present because these topics really inspire a lot of the topics that I put in my lives as well. So yeah, like Oh, like who brings the like? Do you bring the McDonald's to all the kids or just one? I know. Ken is gonna bring everybody McDonald's.
Yeah, Marquez ain't bringing nobody McDonald's. He ain't bringing it for himself.
Marquez needs you to give McDonald's money for him and the kids. Then he'll bring everybody something.
But anywho, we gonna catch y'all next time.
All right, catch y'all later. Cause when we locked in,
Ain't no switching up.
yeah. All right, bye, reporters.
Bye.